Okay, in this final short little video, no more than 10 minutes, we're going to discuss, we've spoken about some soul depleters, energy depleters. Now we're going to discuss the more obvious ones, but the body energy depleters, so that you are not inadvertently leaking energy that you want and you are stewarding to use for far more advantageous and life reproducing choices. So let's have a look at some natural bodily energy depleters, and some of them are super duper obvious, but we're still going to touch on them so that you can go away, have a think about them, discuss them, and eliminate them, or at least minimize them in your life. Number one, obvious sleep. If you want to maximize your life force energy, it is going to require that you get some discipline when it comes to your sleep. So scientifically, I believe if you Google this, you'll find out something to the order of aiming to get sleep between 10 and 2, at least being asleep or resting, and preferably sleeping in those hours, is when your body goes into its high states of repair and healing and replenishment, when you're producing human growth hormone and all these awesome things. So the old saying, I believe it was one of the awesome American presidents from the early days, said something to the order of early to bed, early to rise makes one healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I believe there's a lot of truth in that statement. So for those of you wanting to be healthy, wealthy, and wise, planning to get to bed earlier. So much of our energy depletion comes from the time wasters that we'll talk about in a minute, that end up causing the time that we go to bed to be so much later, and ultimately shortening the time that we get sleeping and resting and restoring and recharging our batteries, our life force energy for the following day. So getting onto your sleep, guys, make it a priority, because sometimes you're just exhausted every day because you're legitimately not getting much sleep. And if you want to talk about ways to get better sleep, if you have some insomniac type situations, there's a bunch of those we could cover in another video. Comment down below or message me privately, and we can talk about some keys to getting to sleep easier and having deeper, better sleeps. But for now, we'll stay on the topic of energy depletion. Dehydration is another way that we can really, our body can just be really struggling for energy and depleting in energy because our body is in a state of dehydration. Obviously, the simple answer to this is let's get our fluids up, but let's be specific about what fluids we're talking about. And we are most importantly talking about water. Our bodies are majority water, and we need to get good quality, not tap water filled with all kinds of nonsense, but some good quality water into our bodies every single day. You will notice a huge increase in energy and mental clarity just from also weight loss, because so many times we run to food when really we're just dehydrated and super duper thirsty for water. So plan, if you don't drink any water, plan to start with 250 mils and then work it up by 250 mils till you're drinking 2 liters, 2 to 3 liters a day. And that will be amazing for your energy and your mental clarity. But when we're talking about fluids, let's be a little bit more specific here. Please note that these drinks are all energy depleters. Alcohol. So alcohol increases your urine output. Therefore, it is causing you to become more and more dehydrated. So you don't want to be doing a lot of the alcohol. Caffeine is also a diuretic, means again that you are tending towards dehydration. The more caffeine you're drinking, the more you are becoming dehydrated. Sugary drinks draw water out of your cells and therefore are reducing your hydration. So what kind of fluids should you be putting in? Water, 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 good quality water. Also for energy boosters as well as hydration, fresh juices. Learning to make your own juices or purchasing juices. We've got places here in New Zealand like Tank Juice, Boost Juice. A lot of local places will make fresh juices and smoothies. Making your own smoothies, using coconut water in there or water in there, or even, plant-based milks and so forth, but then adding in fruits and vegetables, which are very dense in water. If you really need the coffee, go decaffeinated. Choose decaffeinated tea and coffee options so that you're not getting the diuretic effect, but you're still getting the flavor and the antioxidants there. Also, beneficial teas. So there's so many teas you can get, decaffeinated herbal teas that add a lot of benefits without having the caffeinated diuretic type effects. Okay, we're going to keep moving. Food, of course, this is another area that's a massive energy depleter, because when we life-giving versus depleting, you need to start choosing. If you are one who's always saying, I'm so low in energy, take a look at some of these areas: your sleep, your hydration, the drinks and fluids you're actually putting in, your food. Are you putting in depleting food? Food that is actually taking away from you, food that takes way more energy to digest, to process, and to try and get any nourishment out of than is actually being put in. We already know this. This is common sense, that foods that actually give us energy, and this is what I really found when I was sick recently, is it was so obvious when I would put something into me, foods or drinks, whether it would just keep me the same, whether it would give me energy, or whether it would deplete me in energy. Because I was so low in energy, it was very, very obvious to me. And what became extremely obvious during that time was life-giving foods were fruits, they were vegetables, they were lighter foods, easily digestible foods, less processed foods, less dense, heavy meats and all those kind of things, all the batters and can't think of the words, but fried foods and all those kind of things. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you that if you're finding yourself low in energy and you're wondering, what is it? Is it a spiritual thing? It may well be, but it may also be you are just making death food choices instead of life food choices. Take a look at your diet and put something in and see. If you need a siesta after your lunch, then your lunch is too dense. So when I have my lunch, I am energized after my lunch. That's when I want to get into more and more stuff, because I'm choosing lighter foods, nourishing foods, energizing foods. So take a look at that. We've got to keep going. Exercise. Exercise, even when you think you're exhausted, just getting out and doing a walk, just dropping down and doing a couple of push-ups, a couple of squats, whatever, just getting outside and doing a couple of steps, that actually provides an energy boost to you. So if you're working all day at a laptop, a computer, or in the same workplace all day, you might want to consider going for a walk, a 10-minute walk on your lunch break or something like that. It provides energy because it produces endorphins, it increases your blood flow, and it improves your circulation, your oxygen circulation, which is getting all the oxygen to you, which is energizing you. So again, if you're feeling tired during the middle of the day, consider dropping down and doing some push-ups, some squats, going for a walk, going for a quick jog, whatever is your exercise of choice. Keep going. We're nearly at 10 minutes. Okay. Obviously, Jesus is the ultimate energizer, even for our bodies. So what we're choosing to put into our bodies during the day, while you're working, while you're taking care of the kids, while you're cleaning your house, while you're getting ready for work in the morning, sermons, Bible reading, worship, fellowship is super energizing. When you get around the saints, you know it. You go away. You might have even been having a bad day. You get around the saints and you are just so energized. Evangelism energizes me like nothing else. Even if I'm having the flattest day, I get out and talk to somebody about Jesus and I am pinging. So Jesus is the ultimate energizer. Your socialization. So in our last minute, 1 Corinthians 15:33 says, be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. And that's a lot of old English words there, but it just is basically saying, in fact, the Strong says, be not deceived. Evil companionship or evil socialization with people corrupts, which means it withers, it shrivels, it destroys. It's a depleter of good manners or of your behavior, of your habits, of your life. So if you choose bad company, now I don't mean when you're going to evangelize to them or you've got a family event or whatever, but if you are regularly choosing to socialize and make your closest companions those who have nothing to offer you but death, you will find your energy levels depleting. And finally, in the last few seconds, we've touched on this already, but obviously your entertainment, what you choose to do with your thinking space, choose life-giving. I'm not making any hard and fast rules here. I'm giving you a bunch of topics to go away and look at. If you're the one saying I'm low on energy, take a look at these different areas. What is your entertainment like? Is your entertainment only gaming? Is your entertainment only scrolling through online? Is it all about being online, all about devices and all of these kind of things? Think about branching out in your entertainment. Family time is incredibly entertaining. Time with Jesus is incredibly entertaining. Time outdoors, tidying up, cleaning up, home projects, study. Now, I know some of you are like, study, that's of the devil. You'll be amazed when you start investing in courses, when you start studying certain topics. It's an acquired taste, but once you've started, you can't get enough, and you find study extremely entertaining. Branch out your entertainment and don't be limited to just gaming and social media and online entertainment, movies. Branch out and you're going to find there's a whole bunch more entertainment that you haven't even begun to explore. Okay, that's the beginning, but that is also the end of your Bible study. So you can go away, discuss those with your groups, look at it by yourself, talk to Jesus about it. And I look forward to hearing some powerful testimonies about you significantly increasing your energy and canceling out all your energy depleters. We love you guys. We'll see